Let's dive a little bit deeper here into the Bitcoin mining sector with our next guest. He's Vice President of Capital Markets at Riot Blockchain, Phil McPherson. Good morning, or good afternoon, Phil.
Good afternoon. How's it going?
It's going all right, but could always use anyway, after that's going to be after work. We'll talk about what I'm going to be drinking. So you guys kind of delaying there on your releasing financial statements, correct? What happened there? People are going to say, "Oh, why? This is 21st century. How do you guys not have everything plugged into your spreadsheets and all that, and know exactly what's on your balance sheets at all time? It's crypto. Prices are live."
Yeah. No. When you're dealing with auditors, they're generally scared of their own shadows, and so it takes a little bit longer to get them comfortable with the numbers. We made two game-changing transactions last year. Both were using stock at a time when our stock and the price of Bitcoin was much higher. And as such, the auditors have these formulas that they have to run through and take account of the value of what you paid for something versus what it's worth today on a paper basis. So you're showing video of our Whinstone facility. We purchased that for 11.8 million shares when our stock was north of $30 a share. And at the end of the second quarter during this crypto winter, our stock closed in the $4 range. And so they take the difference between those two numbers, they run their calculations, and it spits out a number and says you have to impair the value that you paid for this asset, which is kind of ironic because the value of that asset has actually increased over the last year. We purchased that facility right before China banned mining, and we all of a sudden had one of the largest hosting facilities in North America. And then on top of that, we also locked in our power prices for 10 years. And as I'm sure you guys have reported, it's been extremely hot in Texas the past couple months. Yeah. And so the value of that power contract has gone up by hundreds of millions of dollars.
You brought up Texas. Now, you guys got a little bit of money and you even crowed about it in some press releases. You got $9.5 million by not mining in July. So how did you do that, and how can I get in on it? I want to make a few million not mining.
Sure.
Instead of me.
Well, one, you can buy our stock, and you can profit with the rest of our shareholders. But the way it works in Texas is we're able to lock in long-term power contracts because we buy power 24/7. So as you might have seen in solar presentations, there's this thing called the duck curve, which basically shows when solar power comes off in the afternoon is at the exact same time when everybody comes home and starts using more power. And so you see these spike in power prices, and during those times, it's more profitable for us to shut down mining and sell that power back to the grid. And also supports the grid, which in some cases alleviates brownouts or blackouts because we're giving that power back to the grid. And so we view it as a great relationship with us and with the grid. More importantly, we're using that power at 10, 11, 12, 2 in the morning when everybody else is gone to bed. And so that's how we kind of help balance the dynamic of the power market in Texas.
Got it. Of course, speaking of power, proof of stake is kind of all everyone's big topic now, with Ethereum potentially or most likely moving to it soon. How will that affect you? And is there any interest in this discussion of a hard fork of Ethereum to proof of work Ethereum, or are you just going to go, we might as well just mine like ETC?
We're a Bitcoin company. We only mine Bitcoin. We really believe that it's the only truly decentralized platform for cryptocurrency. 60% of the Bitcoin was not given away the day that it started, like Ethereum was. So we have to work hard to mine that Bitcoin, and we have to spend real money and real resources. Personally, I think that once the POS transformation occurs, you're just going to see more people look at Bitcoin and realize that that's really the only true cryptocurrency you should own.